Güey, güey, güey. 7.啊啊，这是我是老朋友，我的小黑的朋友，my little black friend。我喜欢他。哦，7，在中国他们叫我7，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22、23、24、25、26、27、28、29、30。Barn door was open. All I'm telling you right now is the idea that I've been around a little bit, and it's not about that. It's not about my mother. It's not about Maynard. It's about his mother. I just got out of the shower. Look. Healthy and clean. Oh. I don't know. Mother, should I build the wall? In the shower, I was listening to Iron Maiden, and there was a song I didn't feel like listening to, like I've heard it enough. And I said, oh, Alexa, please play Iron Maiden. I said that. I look around because I want to be sure nothing's going to turn on around me. And it said, playing Iron Maiden and similar songs or some shit like that. And started out with Tool doing Judith. And that's all Victoria ever wanted to hear was Judith. I mean, I'm not saying that's all she wanted to hear, but that was the one. If she could have that, that would be the one. Because they quit playing Judith years ago, Tool did. And it was too emotional. But many years ago, bordering on several, when we had been together for what could have been 50 years at that point, because we became adults in an immediate hurry when we got together. From the children we knew each other as, we became adults very quickly. We went all through the weddings and the funerals and everything else, even getting to know the in-laws. She said, I have tickets to see Perfect Circle. And I hadn't been listening to Tool for years. I saw Tool, I think it was in the Warfield in San Francisco in about 2000, maybe 95. It's somewhere in there. and I had an experience. I was sober because I was driving. I was sober. I had a, a spiritual experience watching Tool play, so I just didn't happen to follow along with the path that James Maynard Keenan, I guess I outed him, which way he was going. And so then I bought a Perfect Circle album. And the thing was, she was like, Victoria said, I got these 2 tickets. I haven't told her daughter yet, the step Danny. Haven't told the step Danny yet. This was before she was a step Danny. She was just her and me, who gets to go see a Perfect Circle. And she says, if you want to go, let me know. And I said, we'll go. We saw them. And then when we saw Tool, they did sing that song, Judith. It's about his mother. And it was on the radio when I was in the bathroom. And I'm listening and he's saying, I wouldn't do it like you would, but you gave these ideas. And at my own mother's funeral, I censored myself. I wanted to stand up in front of everybody and say, you people all say I'm crazy. It was her that gave me the ideas because she lived through me. She encouraged me to go places when I was just making a joke. She says, that sounds like a good idea. I'm like, well, if my own mother says so, it must be a good idea. And I go. And she got all the humor and all the drama and all the horror that came out of my travels because I told her all about it. I said, horror. You thought I was going to horrors, but I didn't tell my mother about the horrors. Even a bad man loves his mama. And all a mama wants to do is love their baby free and clear. My mother told me to go places, and I went. She didn't finish high school because she was pregnant, and it wasn't the way back then. And so, well, don't just blame her. My dad was involved. Oh boy. Act like it's always the woman's fault. But it seemed like as soon as she saw me shoot out of that town like out of like a torpedo out of a fucking submarine at 17, she was giving me ideas and she was living life through me. And I feel so bad for anybody who has to step away from the dreams of their mother. My mother hasn't seen what I'm capable of, what I'm willing to do. It would have been nice to show her something a little bit earlier on. But fuck it. You just get used to it on a day-to-day basis. She got to hear stories about pyramids and look at pictures of dead bodies and having me sneak up on her, not knowingly, coming back from the store and having her looking at the pictures that she said, oh my God, it's awful. And she turned them down before and then picks them up. And when I get home, she's looking at them. I inadvertently sneak up on her. And she cranks around, looks at me as she's looking at the pictures that I've got. And she says, I said, ha! And she says, you have to admit, they're really kind of fascinating.